Okay, the nurse is in. I have my med kit. I'm ready to heal you bitches. Yes, do you love this? My little med kit that I'm going to be carrying around on Halloween. There's nothing really in here that's going to help anybody, but it looks nice. And well, so there is an energy drink in here. So if you'd like that, you can have it. But no, actually, this is a collector's edition Dead by Daylight med kit that comes with a G Fuel inside that looks like blood, and I was told it tastes like candy apple. Now, here's the thing. I really like this, but I know that there's probably someone out there that wishes they had this, and I feel bad because this was a gift to me. It was gifted to me. But I know that if there's somebody else out there that that really, really wants it, of course, for an additional fee, I'll be holding on to it for a little while. So if you do want it, you can have it without any, I won't touch anything on the inside unless you want me to. And, because I know what that's like. And they sold out. They sold out the day that they dropped. So that was like a pre-order that arrived. That's the thing. That was like a pre-order that arrived. And they sold out the day that it came out. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit more of this. Of course, there's a little leg there for you. And I've been having a lot of fun with my VIP. I don't post about it a lot because I have the members that I want. I might do a little special holiday season thing coming up, soon. But for now, it's just me and the VIP members, and I really enjoy it. But if you're interested, you can always DM me on my Instagram, nakianiteshade, and I can see what I can do for you. I can give you what the doctor ordered. Anyway, so let's get into Halloween. So last 2 years, I haven't done any Horrorween stuff. Actually, this will be the third year that I didn't really do a Horrorween, and that's because like a special, and that's because I am the kind of person that I do what I'm motivated to do. I do what I'm passionate to do. So the first 4 seasons or whatever, the first season and then into the fourth season of Halloween, I wanted to do it. I thought about it night and day. I had the ideas. I was planning and plotting and scripting and buying costumes and everything. It was a passion for me. When 2020 happened and there was the pandemic, I just didn't feel like I wanted to do it. So I just didn't. And then in 2021, I went through my own problems that year, and I was really going through therapy, loss of, a loved one, problems in my relationship. I was very open about that. I did a whole season about narcissism and accepting the fact that, I've been a victim of narcissistic abuse and maybe even had my own narcissistic issues over my lifetime, and going through that through therapy. And like I said, therapy. Therapy. So you have to see me. I can't really know why I'm laughing. And so because of all of that, I honestly just needed some time. And this year, if you've missed it, I've been doing movie reviews. I've been on Twitch, doing the cartoon show every Saturday morning with Halloween themed stuff. I've been doing Halloween stuff on my social media. It's been great. It's kind of like a revert back to the original, because when I first started doing Halloween, that's exactly what I did. I did games and movie reviews and stuff like that. I didn't do the whole special and stuff the first season. So I really feel like I'm back in the groove. I would love to do something more grand for you guys next year, but for this year, I feel like this was right, and I really enjoyed it. And I will do some other ones, but I'm going to give you guys some right now. So for those of you who are listening to podcasts and haven't seen the other stuff, I'm going to give you a little sample. So, for instance, I've been watching endless horror movies. I've actually started watching horror movies in September, so I'm actually a little burned out. So I will tell you right now, the classics are always great. There's a few, I have to tell you, I watched a couple of different possession movies, possessed by a demon, possessed by the devil. I have to tell you, the majority of them suck. They suck. A lot of the ones that are PG-13, such a waste of time. I need blood, I need gore, I need violent language. Like, I need you to not hold back when I watch horror movies. There are some movies that are PG-13 that they're okay, but when I'm in the Halloween season, I need it. to be great. Okay is not enough. Um, I think you can stick with The Exorcist. I actually enjoyed The Exorcist, the TV show. So if you ever get your hands on that, it's hard to find. It was on Fox, and that was not rated R, but they did the best they could. Great fucking show. That's a great show. Okay, so some of the new movies that I watched was there was one with Jamie Foxx on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it right now. Day Shift something. Yeah, Day Shift. Terrible. It was supposed to be like a horror comedy. It was neither horror nor comedy. It was terrible. Snoop Dogg was in it. He was great. He was playing Big John, which he was just playing Snoop Dogg, but he was good. Just terrible. Just not. There was no. You literally could live the rest of your life and not watch the movie. So I already did it for you. Do yourself a favor. Don't watch Day Shift. I watched a movie that I'm going to tell you not to watch, which is, of course, going to make you want to watch it, but I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. There's a movie called Tusk. I saw it on HBO Max. Now, I thought it was going to be kind of lame. I was like, oh, it's going to suck, whatever. No. No, it's like the kid sister to Human Centipede, if you know what that is, which also don't watch that. I'm a loss for words about that movie. And I've been very strongly telling people, I haven't even talked about it on my social media because I don't want to put it in people's heads to say, like I'm doing now, I'm doing it now. Don't watch Tusk. Do yourself a favor. Don't watch Tusk. Tusk, Tusk, Tusk. I spelled it for you. Oh, the same guy who created Clerks and all that stuff. And Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob, he created Tusk and he thinks it's great. He thinks it's funny. He came up with it on a podcast and thought this was going to be great to me. It is so. I left watching that movie. This is a great review for him. He's going to love this. I left watching that movie for the first time in my adult life aware I was going to have nightmares. I said that. I turned to my partner and I said, I'm going to have nightmares tonight. And I did. Because it wasn't that there was like all the jump scares and traditional horror stuff. No, what made it scary was you saw the end result that you thought you thought you were gonna have to wait till the last 5 minutes of that movie to see what was coming, but you knew what was coming because they make it pretty clear. But you get to see the end result of this horrific, disgusting, sick man's plan, right? Like in the middle of the movie, and then you have to live with it for the rest of the movie and see it over and over, and then it gets worse and worse and more disgusting and more grotesque, and I'm getting nauseous thinking about it. No, see, we're done talking about this. Do yourself, I'm telling you, if that's what you want, go ahead and watch it. If you are craving that, you're gonna feel real full at the end of that movie. And for Halloween, go ahead and watch that movie. I dare you. But for those of you who can't handle horror and can't handle gore and just don't want something that's gonna really disturb you, because it was disturbing. It was really sad. Oh, I'm sad. I know it's a movie, and I totally know that the actor, he used to date Drew Barrymore. Total night and day. Drew Barrymore. And I know for a fact, because he was just on her TV show, that he is totally fine. Like, I know he's totally fine. But in my mind, he's still in that place. I know it's a movie, but in my mind, if you've seen Tusk, I'm like, he's still in that place. He still lives there. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to ever see that movie again. God. So if that's what you're into, why do I look like Kathy Hilton? Who did my makeup today? You're fired. Why do I look like Kathy Hilton? I look like one of the Real Housewives. I watch that show too much. That's what it does. I do. My makeup looks. I look like I'm like. What's my housewife? Oh, I have a running joke in my private life that I have like my own little housewife things, like my own little, like, they do the little intro, like, I'm not a bad wife, I'm a bad bitch. It's like, I have my own. I'm not gonna say them here, but I do have my own. It's not that one. And I think I watch it too much because this makeup is giving very Kathy Hilton, very Dorit Kensley. But I'll tell you, I did watch a lot of different ones. I have not gotten to see The Terrifier yet, which I am dying to see, he's gory and gross too, but I really like the character. I really do like it. I did watch the Chucky show on USA. I love Chucky. I love Tiff. There's good stuff there. There is, but it's on USA and Sci-Fi, so they can only do so much. And sometimes it gets a little CW for me. That's my saying for stuff like if I see something and it gets a little corny, I call it a little CW, and then sometimes it can get a little CW for me. The Chucky show. Um, Gosh, but I watch so many, and I love to watch like the worst types of like cheesy horror movies. Like right now, our bedtime movie that I'll put on for a few minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, while we're, swiping and texting and swiping in bed like you're not supposed to do. I keep putting on different horror movies that are not, they don't need our full attention, but they'll get it if we want to. So last week was Bride of Chucky, which is one of my favorites, but I've seen it a million times. Like I know it verbatim. So I had that on, which we actually did watch a lot of it. We did put our phones down because it's just it's one of the baddies. It's one of the bad bitches. But we were watching last night Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston, by the way, and it's a terrible movie. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is Lucky Charms. It's ridiculous. Like a four-leaf clover kept him in a box for 10 years, and someone went like that to it, and then he went and killed everybody. But it's a good one to have on at late at night, and I like movies like that. So I'm not opposed to cheesy, Halloween, tropes. I'm not opposed to, a good horror movie, a Nightmare on Elm Street. But I did show him New Nightmare, which is the worst Nightmare on Elm Street, which is basically made to destroy the franchise on purpose. Wes Craven wanted to annihilate his franchise, and he was bored to tears with that. And I did watch it, and I was like, oof. I forgot how bad it was. I knew it was bad, but it was pretty bad. But nothing is more of a stinker than the latest version of Halloween. Halloween Ends. Oh, if I had my soundboard right now, it'd be every fart noise, every trumpet sound, every sad sound I could find. That Halloween Ends movie was so painful to get through. It was so bad. It had potential. I liked where they were going with it. I liked some of the potential. I didn't understand why there's two main characters. I mean, I'm going to give you spoilers, so if you want to skip through, get ready to skip the next 60 seconds. There's two killers in Halloween Ends, okay? And I liked the point of the other killer being there, kind of feeding Michael Myers and giving him back his, bravado to go and do his thing. I like that. What I didn't like was that it was mostly him through the whole movie, and Michael Myers was only there for, the big showdown, and that I didn't like. I think it was too slow. I think it was too long. I think that they should have just went for the same type of jump scares and blood and gore and, massacre style that they did in the last one. I love Halloween and I love Halloween Kills. Those both came out in the last 6 years. I love both of those movies. But what I did not like, or last 4 years, what I did not like about Halloween Ends is they tried to do something different. Don't do that. Don't do that. You didn't need to do that. And I do get the feeling a lot of stuff hit the cutting room floor. And I think I know why. Because now that the Peacock network is more popular, the app, and has more viewers now, and it's taking more viewers because it's got everything from Bravo now. Even I have the Peacock app, and I don't even have Hulu anymore. This is one for Hulu. Goodbye, Hulu. I mean, I really wasn't watching that much on there. I got to see Hellraiser, and I'll talk about that in a second. But as far as the Peacock app is concerned, I think someone from corporate was like, look, we're going to release this in theaters, but we are going to release this in homes. Let's not make it too much like it was last year, because now we have more eyeballs on our app, and we don't want to be the whatever. I feel like that played a role. I really do, because the movie last year was so good. It doesn't make sense why this one was so bad. It's not like they didn't have something to work with. They didn't know what worked, So it was whatever. Now, you want to watch it, that's your business, but I would rather you stay home, spend $4.99 for 1 month of Hulu, because that's all they're worth now, because I'm not paying to see nothing on there, not even The Handmaid's Tale. I'm good. We're living The Handmaid's Tale. I don't need to watch it. Okay. So Hellraiser, who now has a lead role by a female who is out as a transgender female. She is. But she's a female role of Pinhead, the main character. And it's the first time they've ever changed the lead role, the actor, in 30 years. It has been revitalized. They made a lot of different little nuanced changes to it, some things to the story, some things to the box, couple of different, Cenobite killers. Was it a great movie? No, but it was good. It was good enough. And I'll watch it again. If I had Hulu, I'd watch it again. I don't have Hulu, so I won't be watching it again. But if I could, I would. It was good. Very, very well done. Good graphics, great cinematography, great costume design, great FX. They nailed it. There was some stuff with the story was whatever, less, not to be desired. There wasn't, some of the actors weren't great, but all in all, they nailed it. They did a great job. I look forward to seeing part 2, even if I have to pay $4.99 for 1 month of Hulu next year or whenever they decide to put it out. But it was very well done. Kudos to you, Hulu. Good job. Gory, scary. And to the people who are in the back of the room saying it wasn't as good as the original, it was better than the original. I'll tell you why. The original didn't have this type of budget. Sure, it was horrifying and there was gory stuff, but the budget sucked on the original. The acting was terrible in the original. The placement was terrible in the original, and there was a lot of stuff that did not work. The originals were great because that's all we had at the time, and back then it was gory and it was beyond, and it was fantastic. And if you were a kid back then, which most of you were, if you're alive now and you're talking shit about Hellraiser, you were a kid. So of course to you, that's scarier, that's better. Any kid that watches the new Hellraiser is going to be scared and horrified. People's flesh is being, well, anyway. The flesh just peels right off the bone, darling. Yes. Just like I like it. So anyway, so those are my reviews for you guys. I would say stay away from Halloween Ends, watch Hellraiser, watch I'm gonna watch The Terrifier. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it'll be good enough. It will be a Halloween treat. I'm sure I'm missing stuff. Don't watch Tusk. Unless you want nightmares, don't watch Tusk. And I'll be watching some more stuff. So I'm recording this now. Today's the 27th. You guys will be seeing this you'll be hearing it hopefully by the 28th, but you won't be seeing any of this until Monday on Halloween, because I don't want to ruin my costume surprise for you guys. But I will be, in the meantime, up until this airs. Does that make me sound old? Airs until this gets published is a better way to say that, right? I'm so used to saying airs. Look, I've been in the business since the Stone Age. I was born in a different century, and I've been working for about 100 years. So there's some of this stuff. I don't try to sound. Listen. I don't try to sound like I'm 16 or 18. I think it's stupid when older people do that. I might not be old, but I'm not 16. I'm not 18. I'm not going to sit here and try to reword everything so I can sound young. It doesn't sound young. It sounds stupid when you do it. Let them have that. That's what they have. Me sitting here talking about no cap, you know what I'm saying? No cap. I don't be doing that. Period. All right. It looks ridiculous. So, of course, I do actually talk like that when I'm not trying to be professional, but we're trying to be professional. I am working here in a medical facility. All right, you guys. So I will be doing more stuff for you guys in the meantime, and I do have some more streams coming up on Twitch, some more podcasts coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing some audio ones and some other things of that nature, but regardless, you guys can always check me out, nakianiteshade, on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, yada, 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 yada. I hope you guys have a healthy and a safe Halloween this year. And until next year, happy Halloween.